actions. Now, lady, without any reason, revenge, I don't know, burned our place and turned our small place into a paradise, from a paradise into hell. Though she planned to stay in Puerto Rico for another 10 days, she left for the airport hours after the blaze. Now, questioned back home by police in St. Peters, Missouri, she admitted she did some things that were out of character for her, but claimed not to know anything about a fire. She was later indicted on an arson charge by a federal grand jury in Puerto Rico and faced 5 to 20 years in prison if convicted.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I mean, and like you said, the cops did her a solid. We can make it bad. We can arrest you, any of that kind of crap. Hey, we'll just drive you back to where you're staying.
Yeah.
To me, chalk that up to a victory, man.
Right. Guy I used to know, played football with. Statute of limitations maybe has not run out on this yet, but either way.
What did he do?
His first girlfriend was in high school.
All right.
And they stuck together through high school, and I want to say that they were together for a short time during their college years and all that stuff, too. At some point in time, she was pretty hammered, and she told my buddy Greg that her uncle, when she was growing up, had molested her.
All right.
All right? And he lost his mind. All right? Now, back home where they were from, now keep in mind, she told him this in Morgantown, where we were living at the time. So he'd never known this before. But when he went back to his hometown, that his girlfriend's uncle owned a gas station downtown.
All right.
All right. So my buddy and another friend, they went to a bar, they got hammered. And I guess they got to the point where Greg was intoxicated enough and was getting more angry about the fact if that guy walks in here,
Right, just stewing on
I'm going to
this.
kill him. You know, if I ever see him again, I'm going to knock him out. You know, like, you know, that was my baby. I can't believe he did that to her, blah, 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 blah. So they get the bright idea at some point in time in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, they're going to burn the gas station down. So they get a 6-pack of beer, and I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they lit it on fire, but they did. And they went up on a hillside and sat there and drank that 6-pack of beer and watched the entire gas station burn to the ground.
Wow.
And it was a small town. So, like, engines are coming in from different towns, different counties to help fight this
Is it all
blaze.
volunteer?
It's a gas station on fire.
Right.
You know, this is not
Seems dangerous.
This is not a one-truck job. So apparently, like, it was just the entire valley was lit up in red lights, police cars, and they just sat there, sipped on their beer. He did say we were intelligent enough to take the cans with us because probably fingerprints all over.
Sure.
Or whatever the deal is. But I was like, you burned down a gas station. Because
How much time had passed before he told you?
Well, he had gone home for a holiday. It was either Thanksgiving or for Christmas.
Okay.
So when he came back from holiday, from going home, you know, we were in a bar later on, and he's like, hey, man, he's like, you know my girlfriend, right? He's like, well, she told me some things that weren't very good about her uncle. And I was like, that sucks. You beat his ass? He's like, no, man. He's owned this gas station in town since I've lived there, and I burned it down. I was just like, Jesus Christ, man. He's like, burned it to the ground.
And never got caught.
Never got caught.
Wow.
As far as I know, never got caught.
And I'm sure the alcohol didn't help, but I'm not going to blame that just on booze.
No. I mean, he was fuming.
I mean,
He's pissed already.
He was fuming.
Rightfully so.
But
Wow,
that was one of the at that point in time in my life, that was one of the bigger admissions I'd ever heard from anybody as far as criminal activity or anything like that, especially among my friends group. You know, we did dumb things, but we did not burn down a gas station. But he just set the damn thing on fire, and I don't even know if I don't think it caught the tanks on fire, so to speak. But a couple of the gas pumps were on fire, and it was just the entire inside of the convenience store was going up in flames. So I don't know how or what they did to set that thing on fire, but they burned the building down and the front.
Well, here's some good news for him. The federal statute of limitations for most non-capital arson offenses, 10 years. Now, if it results in a death, then there's no time limit.
Right.
So nobody died.
Nope.
So you're free to tell that, you know what, he could share the story now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have stole some snacks first.
I'm right there with
Well,
you.
break in, you mean?
Well,
I mean, if I'm only going to burn it down, I might as well.
Well, this is like the early 90s. This is the days before most places had security cameras.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm
all
going
those
to burn
things.
down a place like that, like I just like, why not rob it of snacks first, or sodas, or
I agree.
beers?
I definitely would have taken the beer. So your buddy did that. And I've told the story. I won't go through the whole thing again. We got hammered on tequila. Me and a buddy kidnapped someone. Statute of limitations on kidnapping. Kidnapping generally has no statute of limitations. We thought it was 7 years, all right? Because like anything, when you're young, everyone has legal advice, and if they tell you, you believe them.
Yep.
So Leon and I agreed, hey, for 7 years, we don't bring it up. And we did. For 7 years solid, just nope, nothing happened. We weren't even talking about it amongst ourselves. Then I opened up, started talking about it, ha, this crazy thing happened. And it was someone in the legal field like, bro, I'm pretty sure there's no statute of limitations on it. But at this point, the cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
It happened. Definitely. And the worst part is I don't remember it. I remember discovering the guy in my closet the next morning, but I don't remember the act. Leon had some vague memories of it because he kind of chuckled and was like, oh, yeah, we snatched him off the street. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, we snatched him off, like he was on the street and then we snatched him. I'm like, snatched him where? He's like, into the back of your parents' car, drove him home, tied him up, blah, blah, blah. And now here he is. I'm like, well, that's a problem because I don't know what to do now.
Was that at your parents' house?
Yeah, I was still living at my parents' house, and they were out of town for 2 weeks, and I threw that party, and that party led to...
Do your parents know about this?
I think they do now. It's not like something I bring up, but keep in mind, when they got back from wherever the hell they had gone, I played it off like I was super tired. Not like anything. You throw one of these parties, we cleaned up the house to the point I thought it was spotless, all right? So the tip-off, basically they walked in the house, hey, we're back. How was your trip to Lego? It was a great trip. And I remember they're standing at the front door, and it's maybe 25 feet away was a fireplace in the living room. And on top of the mantle, my mother had 2 candles. The candles are round. And she was like, you threw a goddamn party. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, my candles are facing the wrong way. Again, I'm going to emphasize, the candles are round, smooth edges. Somehow she still knew. And the thing is, she wasn't wrong. So that is what tipped her off. Her suitcase is still in her hand, and she can see this from across the room. And I'm like, oh, my God, right? So now they start looking for telltale signs, and there's little things we missed here and there. But what almost sent my father through the roof, my mom's already pissed. My dad's just more disappointed. But as they're going around the house looking for more telltale signs, and I did not know this was there, he turns on a light in the dining room. There's a floor lamp. And when he turned it on, there is the silhouette of something on the inside of the light shade. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Stephen, what the F is this? And I'm like, oh, that is lard. As you'd expect, there's a pause. He's like, lard like fat. And like, yes. He's like, why the F is there lard on the inside of the lampshade? So that I did tell him. I said, well, we had a gallon of lard. He said, why? I said, okay, just real quick. Years ago, during band practice, during a break, we walked to Rite Aid to grab a couple of drinks and stuff like chips. Tony, who was notoriously lazy, refused to get off the sofa and just handed us a $5 bill. This really pissed Paul off, who was the drummer. So we went next door to the AM/PM, and we bought $5 worth of lard, which turns out that is a lot of lard. So we've had this, never knowing what to do with it, and then we agreed whoever passed out first would end up with lard on their forehead. Side note, that was Chuck. Anyway, I did not know they were slinging it around. That's why it's in the inside of the lampshade. I think he kind of wanted to laugh, because the whole thing, that was true. I'm like, all of that is 100% true. But he about lost his ass. He'd have been happier with anything, but it's like, lard. I'm like, it ended up being that kind of party. So I got in a lot of trouble. I think I was grounded. They came after me pretty hard. But all I can think is they don't know that I kidnapped someone. So whatever I got to take my lumps for, it's all good, man.
The only time I got in trouble for having a party, same thing. My mom came home and she was just like, you had a party. I'm like, no. She's like, it's way too clean. And I'm like,
did you vacuum and stuff?
Oh, my God. I'm like, it wasn't even just that I had vacuumed, but I had rubbed out, cleaned all the surfaces. Right?
And that's not something you would ordinarily do.
No, right to this day, right? I hate cleaning, even though I was a janitor, but I just hate it, right? I'm just not good about it. So she was just like, I know you had a party because it's way too clean and all the windows are open. This is late 90s, so people were probably smoking cigarettes inside.
Oh, sure.
So there's air fresheners going, and she's just like, come on. Now, kind of like you, luckily she didn't know there was a bra and a massive fight that broke out.
There's a couple, and that's the thing. I'm going to take they don't know about the kidnapping, and I'm certainly not going to bring it up because that'd be a whole nother thing, because then I'd have to explain that Leon was also sleeping in their bed. The good news is everyone did smoke outside, but the other thing they did not know was that there were 4 big-ass black hefty bags full of broken bottles because we've been shooting many things with the pellet gun. Right? Everyone got drunk, and we're just blowing these bottles to hell. Jesus. And then the next morning, like, we had to get all of the glass out of the yard, man, but we have them all sitting in these trash bags. And Tony and he helped me clean, and we're just like, what do we do with these? Because my parents are going to be back before trash comes to pick it up, and they're going to know. So right behind our backyard, basically at the property line, there was no fence, but it got dense with trees. So we threw them all back there. So they were hidden back there. And my father, he went outside and kind of cased the joint from outside, too. And I don't think there was a piece of broken glass. So he had no idea. I was sure he was going to find it, and I was going to get my ass in more trouble. But he didn't. Or maybe he did and just said, whatever, let it go. But, yeah, that was a doozy. And honestly, God, the only thing that made me feel better, it sounds bad, but that I kidnapped someone and they didn't know. So no matter what else I was getting in trouble for, I'm like, this is okay. This is okay. And I got a lot of trouble. But I'm like, you don't know the worst of it.
My buddy, my neighbor, the guy that he had his own fishing boat. There was a dock in our neighborhood, and it was decently like it was a really long dock. So when you were kind of more close to the shore, you could see down the water. There were lights all the way down, like kind of like a pier. So when you get on the dock, it's maybe 2 feet of water. By the time you get out to the very end, it's deep enough where you could pull a boat in.
Right.
So we're out there just getting hammered. And we make the determination that, look, our wives are going to kill us. It's probably 1 o'clock in the morning. We're out there just fishing off the dock and all this stuff. And Rick's walking back up the dock. And I've got the fishing poles. I've got the tackle box. And Rick's got a bucket. And he looks down in the water. Bless you. And he goes, do you see the size of this crab? This is in the Chesapeake Bay, the McAtee River.
Okay.
And I said, no. And he said, hold on, hold this. And he's gone. He dove into the water head first. Now, this water is about 2 feet deep.
Yeah.
Right? He disappears underneath the water, pops back up, and is holding this giant-ass blue crab above his head, soaking wet, in his clothes, absolutely hammered. And, I mean, it was one of the most amazing things I'd ever seen because crab's pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
So he dove in there with
I don't think the crab was expecting that,
Well,
man.
not only that, but the crab had pinchers, and he grabbed the damn thing to the point where the crab didn't pinch him. I was like that, and he put it in a bucket, walked on home. His house was before mine, so we stop at his house. His wife's at the door. She's pissed because he opens the garage door to put his fishing stuff away. He is soaking wet, and he's got a crab in a bucket. His wife is like, what did you do? Did you fall in the water? And he's like, no, man, I dove in. Got this crab for us. She's like, Rick, what are we going to do with one crab? what are we going to do with one crab? What is the point of this? I want you to walk your ass down there right now and throw that damn thing back into the bay.
They didn't put the crab back.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I'm sorry.
Damn. I mean, you already got it.
Yeah, I'd be like, come on, babe. Look, if you don't want it, I'll eat it, right?
Just steam one of them.
My question is this. She's already mad, so is it better, she says, did you fall in? What's the better answer? Yes, I did fall in, because then you're too drunk.
Right.
Or, no, I voluntarily jumped in to get this crab.
Well, he didn't tell me what he was going to do. He's like, hold this for a minute. Hold on. He's gone. He just dove right in. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, that water's not that deep. And he pops right back up, holding that crab, like, look at that. I got her.
And they had to take it back.
Like, Jesus Christ. Our question, what is the wildest thing you've seen as a result of alcohol? 206-803-ROCK.